Hello audience, my name is Dennis Mugabire. I'm working on a goal called Conduct Business Globally, and it's more related with international trade. So in this video recording, I'm going to talk about three main elements or the topics which are mostly discussed in international trade. And the first one is exchange rate, the second one would be trade barriers, and then exports. So starting with exchange rates are values of currencies expressed in terms of the value of other currencies. For instance, with Rwanda, to get 1 unit of US dollars, I should give 950 Rwandan francs, meaning that the value or exchange rate for Rwandan francs is 950 Rwandan francs to get US dollars. The next element is trade barriers, and trade barriers are just government regulations which restrict importation of some commodities. And in trade barriers, you can get tariff barriers and also non-tariff barriers. In tariff barriers, we have an instance where government imposes a tax which restricts the importation of some commodities, and the main intention of that is to favor local industries. With non-tariff barriers, we can have quotas, like limiting people to import some goods, and also imposing some strict quality control procedures so that some exporters, those countries who are exporting and to one country, should be discouraged to continue exporting. And the next point is exports. So exports are goods and services which are locally produced in one country and sold in other countries. So whenever a product is produced in one country and sold to other countries, such commodities are called exports. So trade barriers impact international trade because they restrict the amount of goods and services to cross borders, or they are a barrier to international trade. So with trade barriers, countries can have trade disputes, because in most cases it means that a country which is restricted from importing some commodities doesn't want a trade partnership with that certain country. And exchange rates impact global business because they determine the amount of goods and services a certain producer can import or export in other countries. Taking an example, because pounds are having higher value compared to Rwandan francs, it becomes hard to import goods from UK, while it is very cheap to import goods from Rwanda, which has a currency with a low exchange rate. And now, going to the trade barriers again, it's an important thing that governments should not do that. Maybe they can form cartels or free trade areas in order to avoid such issues. And exports also impact global business because exports allow free movement of goods and services. So whenever there's a trade, there's exports, trade partnerships are very good because countries can easily exchange goods and services in several ways. So thank you very much for paying attention. This is the end.